G'day guys, Dan here. Today we're going to finally get to part 2 of putting together and actually running this laser etcher. It's been sitting staring at me for weeks and I've been itching to get to it. So I thought I better just get into it. So let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so before I start putting this together, I actually read the instructions so I know how to put this together. I think I've mounted this wrong. I'm confident with my skills to assemble this, I think. That's what you get for not reading instructions. Instructions. If I can hold stuff steady. All right, so we have one. Come on. 1 and 2. All right, I'm going to flip it on its back. For the instruction reading, I reckon that's around the wrong way. Obviously didn't read the instruction manual good enough. All right. Now, what this actually is, guys, is this is actually a protective barrier or a protective screen. So as the laser is actually firing, if this thing rebounds, being a fibre, it's extremely focused. And so if that laser actually rebounds or bounces, it's not going to lose any of its potency. Which means, if it hits you in the eye, it will more than likely blind you. Hence why these things are crucial. And you make sure that you have to be safe with these things and make sure that everything is all up to scratch with safety. Now, as I was going through this, I realized that I was missing 4 screws and 4 locking lugs to actually mount the door in situ. So today, we're not going to have the door on for filming. However, in this situation, in this scenario, for safety, you must always have the proper precautions and proper safety all in place. All right, push this bad boy back into position. Something like that. All right, now the lid goes on. That doesn't go that way, that goes that way. That's what I'm gonna do. Like that. Like that. Like that. All right. Now just for clarity, I'm not gonna put the back on, and the front, we're missing screws, so we can't put that one on, but it's probably good because you'll never see anything anyway. But I'm going to put this clause in once again, safety first. So wherever they are, here they are, I'm going to wear the fabulous. All right guys, that's that. We're ready to turn this baby on. Moment of truth. Yeah, listen to that. All right, so as you can see guys, I've just turned it on. The big thing that we're going to get to now is making sure this thing's focused, this head's focused. So this wheel going up and down. So you can see those 3 dots. Make sure they converge, which that does there. Like so. And turn that one off. That's locked in, and that can go down. All right. This is where it gets really complex. I thought this putting together was a bit frustrating and complex. Now it's all about setting the speed, the power, the frequency, the hatch, all that stuff to make something come out look like it's etched and it's meant to be there. All right, let's go into the office. All right, guys, so we're going to put some text in here that we're going to go through and etch first and foremost. Going to get the sizing like so. All right, now once we've got our text and it's in the position where we want it to, smack bang in the middle, we're going to go through and hatch. This is where it gets fairly complex. There's many tutorials online about how to go through this, how to set this up, what means what. I'm just going to go through how I'm going to set this up. It might not be the right way, but it's the way I'm going to do it. It'll all come out in the wash anyway, it'll work, and then we'll just get to fine tune it at a later date. So what I'm doing here is I'm setting the hatch. Now, what I want this laser to do is I actually want it to hatch first off going this way. I actually want to do a second pass going the opposite way. That way, going the opposite 90 degrees, if there are any slight lines that the first hatch creates, the second one will completely take that out. So, the first hatch is just going to go crisscross. It's going to mark the contour at the end. The angle is going to be 45 degrees. It's going to do it once. And the distance per line is 0.025 of a millimeter. And yes, you heard that correct. 0.025 of a millimeter. Now the second one is going to be identical, except for the fact of instead of that angle being negative 45 in the first one, the second one it's going to be at 45 degrees. So it's going to hatch like that. So the first one's going to go this way, and the second one's just going to go that way. Okay? Hit the go button, and that is now hatched. This is where we now go and have to set up our loop, our speeds, our power, our frequency, so on and so forth. I have had a bit of a play with this. What we're going to do is, because we are going to do 2-pass, we're going to go through and set our speed at about 700 millimeters a second, power at about 38%. So this is a 50-watt laser, so 38% of that 50, and the hertz at 50 kilohertz. Okay, so now that's done, we don't have to mirror or invert this, which is great. I'm going to light up the area on the laser now where we're going to etch. And you can see there a nice little square has formed. So I'm just going to move this in situ here, get it all lined up. Now if I was making like our DK logo, for instance, that goes on all of our rehydration stations, I'll be making a jig for that. So literally hit the go button, it etches, pull one out, put another one on, hit the go button, blah, 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 and the cycle continues. With this one, because it's a bit more custom, we're just going to line it up. It's really good that we've got that little laser box area, that way that we can actually line it up fairly accurately. I'm happy with that. I'm just going to hit the go button. Safety first, safety squints. Pretty mesmerizing. So this is the first pass. Might be a little bit hard to see in the lens now, but it'll become a lot more evident in the second pass. So it's actually etching a fair bit deeper because it's going through that second. And then once this etch is done, it'll actually go over everything and just do up all the lines like that. How cool is that? Good thing is it's not hot. You can touch it. How good does that look? It's nice, it's literally annealed the surface absolutely perfectly, and it's ultra crisp. Ultra crisp. All right, let's do another one. I'm excited. Alrighty guys, so I've just brought up our main logo, and this is actually what the machine will be predominantly used for, is actually using and making all of our logos for all of our stations and various other products. So I've already gone through and hatched it. I'm going to go through and set the parameters of what I want it to do. It's going to go through both, like so. I'm going to light it up. Oh, operator error. I'm going to light it up. I'm going to line her up perfectly. All right, now that's in there like so. Safety squints on. We hit the go button. Now these little Galvo fibre lasers are pretty cool because they can etch pretty much anything. Whether it's timber, whether it's steel, stainless, paper. On YouTube you can just Google Galvo laser etching and a plethora of things will come up. I've even seen people do guns, which is pretty crazy with this type of laser. It's just mesmerizing. Guys, you might have noticed as well that when it's doing only a little bit of the actual etch, it goes really fast, and as it goes over a wider band, it actually slows down. That's just due to the actual Galvo head itself. So we can't change that, but it's a pretty cool effect. As you can see now, as it's getting smaller, it's getting faster and faster and faster. That last little bit is so cool. Just finishes it off. All right, guys, there you have it. This is how every single logo of ours is going to get done in the future. And we might be able to do some custom stuff for you guys on your stations. Maybe. All right, guys, let's do a complete custom one. Let's see how this goes. This is something that my team have come up with. That's actually pretty clever. All right. All right, guys, and there you have it. I just love how crisp of an etch that this laser can actually give to you. Like this stainless in here is literally like 1.5 mil in height, 2 mil, and it's still legible, it's still readable easily. So this is a very cool piece of kit, and you're going to see some pretty cool things coming out in the next few months from us, especially the customization side of things. And being able to customize your stations, your dog crates, maybe some other bits and pieces, but I'll let you guys find out what that might be in future. But in any case, guys, really appreciate you listening. Thanks so much for tuning in. You guys are great. West Eureka, and we'll talk to you soon.